cuck, nigga. Hello, welcome to Podcast Boys. I'm your host, Wrought. That's Pat over there. And we also have a boy that's not a boy on this podcast. And this time, it's Dead Josey, and she's not a boy.
I'm not a boy.
She's
I've been confused as a male one time, but that one time.
She can pee standing up. That doesn't make her a boy.
That doesn't make me a boy.
It doesn't. It makes her talented.
Yeah.
I'm a man and I can pee sitting down. Am I talented?
No.
Well, some people in my family would think that is talent.
Really?
Really?
What?
Whoa, wait, what? Why?
Because
nobody cleans the toilet seat?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Same in my family.
Alright, Patrick, why don't we start off with your wacky stories of the week?
Oh, my wacky stories? Well, this is from a couple weeks ago.
We're never calling it that again. I am so sorry.
Don't worry, I'll edit that out, friend.
Don't.
He's not going to edit it out.
Oh.
Alright, well, I told this story to Wrought a long time ago, but apparently he forgets it, even though he told me he had an elephant brain. So, I guess he's lying. So, my brother knocks on my door this one time and asks to borrow one of my Xbox controllers. Because I love my brother, I say sure and give him a big ol' shmutz right on the cheek as he walks in. And I let him into my room. He walks over to the Xbox controller, but he doesn't take it. Instead, he reaches down to my garbage can full of water bottles and he starts throwing them everywhere, all across the room, on the floors, the bed, and on me. Then he bolts out of my room before I can stop him, back into his room, slamming the door behind him. I can hear him in there making all sorts of noise until he emerges holding 2 giant armfuls of water bottles. He runs into my room and he throws them everywhere. He gets down on the ground and starts making a water bottle snow angel. There were so many of them. I realize what's going on and I'm not going to sit there and become a victim. I rush to the bathroom and get a plastic bag and throw it on him. I tell him to pick up all the water bottles and put them in that bag. I'm standing in the doorway so he's boxed in and he can't get out, before he does it, of course. He starts picking them up, but he took an eternity. He'd bend over like a crane, grab a single water bottle out of the fucking sea of water bottles that was on my floor, slowly come back up and drop it on the way. And then he'd stare at me, dead in the eyes, and say, "Oops." Eventually he did it though. I told him I saw one last water bottle go behind the bed, which was situated up against the wall, so I lay down on the bed to reach over the side and grab it, when suddenly he pile drives his elbow into my back, and I hear this huge crack. And you know what? I think it was very chiropractic, because when I stood up, I think that's the straightest I've ever stood up in my whole life.
Yeah. He almost killed you, if it also made your back feel really nice.
I mean, it
Remember the episode of SpongeBob when he fixed Squidward's back doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
I mean, there was no pain, like, at all?
No, I mean, well, it hurt at first when he drove it in, but I think it was well worth it.
It usually does hurt.
Squidward instantly died, and that's why he doesn't feel pain in that episode.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you want to have the chance of getting, what's that back disease called? Scoliosis?
Scoliosis. Yeah.
Scoliosis?
Osteoporosis.
I had the scoliosis test, and they made me take off my shirt and my pants.
I remember having that test, and apparently they checked my back twice because I might have a chance of it. I might have a chance of it, I don't. I don't think I do.
He's checking it twice.
Gotta find out who's naughty and nice. I think
gotta find out whether you're crippled.
Gotta find out whether you're a cripple or not. And if you are, well, we can't really help you.
Well, I don't know. There are wheelchairs.
There are programs that help.
So,
be like,
maybe you'll get to hear her talk.
Oh, I'm never on voice chat in that chat.
Maybe if I submit my creepypasta, she'll read it.
I'm still getting people to be like,
can you read my creepypasta? Can you read my creepypasta?
You look my creepypasta OC. I'm like,
fuck you, give me money.
I wish. But no, I'm not that mean. I usually just kind of ignore it because I'm done with creepypastas. Because that's like 10 years behind me. It's not really 10 years, but it's behind me.
What, are you, like, nice to them, or do you just not respond? Like, oh yeah, that's a nice recoloring of the Powerpuff Girls, only dark.
I just don't respond to them because I don't know what to say, and I don't want to be mean.
And that is her being nice.
Yeah. Like, I don't like being mean. I'll be mean when I need to be, but...
Hey, the Josie, why don't you read... Oh my god, I just realized I have a folder full of my old creepypastas. A folder.
Yo.
Oh, no. Oh god, they're all here. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yo, Dropbox me that shit.
Emptying recycle bin.
Like it...
No, please, no!
I'm keeping them here, but... Oh... boy.
Right, you know I treat you well, and that's why you gotta give something back to me. I bought you an $80 copy of Overwatch, and that's why you gotta give me all of your creepypastas.
How about you instead lick all of the sweat off my balls?
And that is
Right, I would gladly do that for all of your creepypastas. Any stipulation, I can meet it, Rod. Just let me read all those creepypastas.
Well, how much is it worth to you, Patrick?
How much is it?
More than the world.
More than
you hope and less than you know.
Less than you think, but more than you'd hope. But also, I don't know. Why don't you start sending me Steam games, and I'll tell you when it's enough.
Right? Why'd you start buying stuff off my Amazon wish list?
People have told me to get an Amazon wish list, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't deserve free stuff for this.
I got surprised that people even bought me shit on my Amazon wish list for my birthday.
I was surprised that people bought me stuff on my birthday on fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
Right, you know I'm a good pal of yours.
Like, I got a coffee machine, and I got a mug, and I got, like, some sort of, like, cat poncho thingy, and I got a couple more items, like, smaller items, like perfume and lipstick and stuff, but I was, like, entirely surprised, and my mom's like, you got another box? I'm like, yeah. It's like, damn, I need to start doing this YouTube stuff.
Like, please, oh my god.
I was just like, I can't imagine my mom doing that.
Please, dead Josie Sr. eating creepypastas.
Like, was it pricey stuff?
She would be like Dead Janie because her name is Janie.
Alright, well,
perfect.
I'll keep my eye out for that.
And she's wanted to be in like the little comics that I do before. And I think she was actually in one story where she played like the mom character and she only had like one line. And I'm like, just speak into the mic, Mom. She's like, how do I do this?
This is easy. People send you presents for this?
She's like, why don't you get a real job? I'm like, this is my job.
Did she realize it was a real job after you started receiving presents in the mail?
She realizes it was a real job after I started paying like half of the bills.
Oh.
Yeah, that's when she started realizing.
She's a made woman.
No.
Not M-A-I-D, but...
Yeah.
You know.
So, like, what kind of item would I need to buy you off your Amazon wish list to get a shout out? Like, above the $50 bracket or anything?
Above the $50.
You're full of shit.
Mic, that's what you gotta give me.
If he bought you a fucking glue stick, you'd give him a shout out.
I would. Like, I have a Patreon, but it only has like 3 people. Because I'm like, I don't know what to do as far as say like, oh, I need money to fund, you know, myself continuing to do this. Because it feels like begging, and I hate that because I wasn't really raised that way. I wasn't raised to beg for stuff.
I mean,
especially money.
That's a good mindset to have. You were raised that way. Some people are just shameless, like Zargon of Akkad gets $1,000 a video. Hey, did you hear JonTron was on there, Ron?
What? Wait, Sargon of Akkad gets $1,000 video?
Yeah. I think it's
my
over
That's
1,000
much.
now.
I
my
wish I
God.
could get that much for a video
Jesus.
talking about how much I hate the blacks.
Black people deserve it. They deserve whatever they have coming to them. And also SJWs and women.
I've seen one video of his. And
Was it the one where he cited a source that he didn't read?
yeah,
You mean all of
Yeah.
them?
you mean all of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw a girl with pink hair. I knew she was an SJW, so I pushed her out into the street in front of a double-decker bus.
Logic and reason, so long as I don't have to read anything.
Right.
It was a victory
My
for reason.
my opinion is fact until
Until proven otherwise, and
and
by,
even then it's still
by
fact.
I mean proven otherwise, I mean proven by somebody I already agree with.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to talk about JonTron.
Why not? I thought he was your favorite YouTuber.
He's not my favorite. Donkey's my favorite YouTuber. He's always been.
Okay, that's a good point. He's also... What about, how he killed
Donkey's gonna make an actual real I was gonna say Donkey's gonna make a real JonTron rant, but how's he gonna rant about a guy who went to prison for killing Eagle Raptor's girlfriend from another planet?
From another planet.
She's a fucking alien.
I mean, with the makeup off, she does. I look like an alien.
She's a fucking freak show. She looks like that one fucking skeleton woman.
Like, she has a sister, and if you look at her and the sister's husband got a better deal
Than
your husband did.
You got all the strong genes. I
You
got
got
all
the
the
good
weak
genes.
recessive
genes.
She got the weird genes that no one talks about.
It's amazing
'Cause
what
they might
drinking
be
alcohol
inbred.
during your pregnancy can do.
Oh god. But anyway,
That's what smoking meth can do.
Enough about shit talking Eagle Raptor's girlfriend.
I don't think there's ever enough.
Yeah, you're
There's
right.
never enough time.
She looks like a fucking opossum.
I don't think any amount of cosmetics will be able to cover that up.
That is an insult to opossums.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. She looks like she'd be fucking talking about Rawr X3 on Twitter. If she was alive today.
Had she not died in one punch.
Has she not died in,
Harmful accident by Eagle Raptor. I mean,
JonTron.
Well,
Susie? Dead in
no.
one punch? I can't
Eagle
believe
Raptor
it.
was behind that.
I have my
Eagle
crack
Raptor was
team of
behind that,
lawyers.
and he's gonna
Convince
die
them.
in prison. Convince them. I have my crack team of lawyers. Convince them to change their name back to the Cringe Channel.
Just like OJ. Changed
They're all
his name back to
podcast
Orange
boys.
Juice.
I won't scatter your sword to the heartless sea. You're all podcast boys.
Never become emotionally attached to your soldiers.
To your podcast boys.
No, to your podcast boys, to your buddies.
Oh.
We lost a lot that day.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about a certain YouTuber. And that YouTuber is
JonTron.
you all know him well, Mr. Creepypasta. I don't want to talk about JonTron.
What is there to say about that boy?
He fucking let me down is what?
When was the first time he let you down?
The first time he let me down was when he shitposted for a full day about his political issues on Twitter. No, the first time he let me down was when he did an interview on Breitbart. Well, I pardoned him on that one. I was like, you know what? He just wants to be given, an interview on a different, place of a different opinion. He doesn't understand the connotations, obviously, but then apparently he does. He does understand the connotations.
Why is Mr. Creepypasta on Breitbart?
No, JonTron.
No, JonTron. We're talking about JonTron now again.
Okay, I thought.
Mr. Creepypasta can't go on Breitbart.
He's not that intelligent. Don't give him too much credit.
I was gonna say because he was black, but
Wait, he's black.
yeah.
Oh, he's half and half. He's half
Oh.
Asian and
Half's more than enough. You stay on your side of the internet. On Twitter.
Rob, why are you popping bubble wrap?
Because I'm cutting open a bottle to...
Because he's stressing out and he has to...
I am stressing out!
It's like every single time I bring up JonTron, I bring him closer to the brink.
Patrick, I'm holding a kitchen
He's on
knife.
the cliff right now.
I'm literally holding a kitchen knife.
Just like that picture I always send you.
It's a different kitchen knife. It's a steak knife this time.
Are you wearing a mustache this time?
Dad, want me to cut you off a piece of this cake?
Yeah, sure.
No, maybe I should tell that story. While I was celebrating my dad's birthday, my mom and all of my siblings put on fake mustaches for some reason, and which is weird because my dad doesn't have a mustache. That's the end of that story.
That's the whole story.
Your family is quite strange.
Yeah, well...
I thought your dad was Garfield.
Hey guys, I thought we were gonna make Garfield jokes on the podcast.
Apparently not.
Why would you make Garfield jokes on the podcast?
Why would I? Why would I, Rod?
Patrick, edit this out.
This is gonna be a really hard episode to edit, and I already know it. I'm gonna be sifting and wading through this thing for hours.
Patrick, edit this out.
Well, at least you'll get your work.
Patrick,
You'll get your work in.
Patrick, you're gonna fucking earn your pay this week.
There's nothing more than I loathe when Wrought calls me on Skype and I have to press F9.
Why do you press F9?
Because that's the record button.
Oh, okay. Does that happen every time I call you on Skype, or...?
Most times, yeah, even when we're not doing a podcast. Which is why I have 6 sound bites of you saying keck.
I don't say... Okay, 1. I haven't called you on Skype.
Okay, 2, can I have that kick, like, as a ringtone? Because every time I get a message, I just hear Rod saying kick.
It's the first... Within the first second...
Actually, not answering my phone.
Within the first 3 seconds of the 6th episode, he says keck. So there you go. Just find the 6th episode, I'll link you to it, and then you'll have Rod saying keck. And you'll have the green screen cutout of Rod holding the knife saying he's going to cut the crust off his toast.
That's a 2-for-1 bundle. Tell him that he says keck, and you will be surprised at how he recoils. I don't say keck, it's not a normal...
It's not a normal thing to do.
It's not a normal thing to do, and that's why it's not a normal thing I do. Okay, understood.
There's a lot to talk about as far as...
You know what, Pat, just for this, we're not talking about JonTron.
What? We've already talked about JonTron 3 times.
We were talking about JonTron until you brought it up.
Well, just for this, you're going to have to edit out that part about us talking about JonTron, because...
Rod, you know I don't edit these.
Pat,
I know.
Pat, you're gonna have a long... You're gonna have a real hard time editing
You don't cut anything out. You just put funny sound effects.
I only had
You put funny sound effects and hope it goes through.
Oh.
I'm gonna add in lots of funny sound effects there, Rod.
Oh, God.
Funny sound effects where?
Right now.
Like...
To accompany what?
I don't know, I'm just gonna put a slide whistle in.
That's a transition.
Yeah. Transitioning to us talking about Mr. Creepypasta for real this time. How would you spill this shit?
Well, there's a lot to say about him as far as personality-wise, and it's people talk, and people will. That's the thing about people that go to like cons and stuff. They'll talk about how you act around, you know, your colleagues or the audience and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I was there in San Japan, it was very, unprofessional, as far as, like, the sound equipment and stuff, because they blamed him for being put in a room that was not, microphone-friendly.
Uh-huh.
For his 18-plus show.
Hold on, what?
This is the one where he asked me to do it. And he turned around and did put Creepypasta Raven and Litterbot.
What?
Wait, 18 plus Mr. Creepypasta pole dancing?
Yeah, I want to know what happened at the 18
plus
plus show.
Mr. Creepypasta show, where he reads the same fucking stories as he does in every one of his shows, from what I can
read creepypastas, but this time they're scary.
I want somebody to go into the audience, and whenever the most mundane thing happens, they let out like a blood curdling screech.
You know
like,
what?
None of the stories are frightening. They're not. It's not something that you can get immersed in.
Actually, let's make this a double feature, and let's talk about your shit on the creepypasta community with like all your gossip, all your hot tea you have to spill all over as we writhe and shrivel on the floor. And also my personal experience as a creepypasta writer and
how a certain person keeps reading your stories.
Consumer. Yeah, fucking that guy. He won't stop, and I hate it so much. First time.
No,
I do. I hate it.
You hate one, you gotta hate the other person that read your story too on his show.
I do. I hate which guy? Who did that?
Nick.
Oh.
Nick Nocturne.
Did he? Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
You told me he read your story.
I forgot it. Damn it!
Are you just trying to repress it really hard now?
He's trying to repress the memory.
Damn it! I'm already repressing it. But
you can't repress it forever. It's got to come up sometime.
You can't repress it during our funny podcast.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's kind of I was just gonna say, you'll notice in the creepypasta community, this happens where people will say things that aren't creepypastas are creepypastas. Like fucking like you'll just be like looking at like a creepypasta YouTube channel, and then you'll see like some shit like creepypasta, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
Like what, they put urban legends and stuff on there?
Yeah. Like,
yes.
no, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner isn't whatever. But like, they'll do Poe stories mostly, and some Lovecraft sometimes.
Yeah. Like, I've done my share of, like, Edgar Allan Poe stories and stuff, but I've never put it as, like, creepypasta.
Because most of those are good. I mean, you know, most Lovecraft stories are good because usually he doesn't talk about black people. But when he does, it's even scarier than the rest of the stories.
Yeah, I know. I have a Lovecraft story, and I'm like, oh shit, why did he say this?
Yeah. Or like that one time where you had a black cat in a story and he called it Nigger Tom or some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like crazy
I mean, to be fair, he was like alive in the 30s, was
30s,
it?
1930s, 1920s, around that time.
Yeah. So he was alive in the 1920s and 1930s. So you kind of expect that, but at the same time, he was really racist.
Yeah, at the same time, it's like, you know what? That's
like
you're too comfortable being racist.
Like average, like there's average period racism, which is, you know, it's fine that they have their own washrooms and water fountains, and then there's like Lovecraft racism, which is he probably would lynch somebody if given the opportunity, and if he wasn't like a shriveled old nerd.
Yeah.
Like even the people of the time would have told him to tone it down a bit.
Yeah, really. It was he like described. I'm not even joking here. He like Lovecraft described like black people in the same way he described the unknowable eldritch monsters in his story.
So are you saying, Michael? Are you saying black people are Cthulhu?
No, that's what Lovecraft was saying. And I'm saying to Lovecraft they were the same thing. You know, big fucking guy with octopus mouth and wings is the same as, you know, black guy. Speaking of tentacles and black guys, back to Mr. Creepypasta.
Okay. So, as I was saying, they didn't take really enough initiative to actually put in the work to, you know, fix the sound equipment and stuff, because they were very late to their own fucking gig.
Mm-hmm.
And it read to be, like, very unprofessional, in my opinion.
Mm.
Like, apparently I was supposed to read, and I had, like, all my story shit set up, and apparently not, because Raven and Litterbot were reading. I guess I should have figured this out because he even told me that you should, in case Raven freaks out, you go ahead and get in there and read. I'm like, fine, okay. It wouldn't be the first time he's messed up in a particular.
At least you get to laugh. At least you get to laugh about where he is now and where you are.
Right.
Guys, please watch my videos.
I think he's still at 4,000. I'm not sure.
4,000 is more than I expected of him, to be fair. But he'll only get like 200 views on a video these days, right?
I think so. I remember when he made that video complaining about how he didn't get a lot of comments and didn't get a lot of views. And I'm like, you do not know how the algorithm works, do you?
Yeah.
It's not just one video and you'll get famous. For some people, yeah, it is that, but not for you.
Oh. Those people usually go on Ellen.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? You did a stupid dance. Here, let me, Ellen, give you money.
Whoa, Crowcat's going on it. Ellen.
Crowcat goes on Ellen.
Yeah, that Mario Odyssey video that he released like 10 days ago already has 6 million views. I can't believe he's going.
Which one was that again? Oh yeah, no, that's a good video.
Yeah, the one where it was like Mario and GTA 4. It was great.
Unfortunately, most of his subscribers are V users, so literally all of the comments are like, the Nintendo Switch is gonna fail and this game's gonna be shit.
Yeah, that was all of them.
Also, why isn't Melee at Evo?
That's been my dash for most of this month.
What? Why is Melee not at Evo? You need to unfollow some people.
Hold on. Why is Melee not in Evo?
Because that game is over 10 years old.
Hold up.
It's
16
not
years is 10
because
years old?
It's old, Pat.
I said over 10 years old.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, everything's good. That was my only
People
gripe
are
with
like,
that statement.
There's nothing new. There's nothing new and exciting to watch. There is nothing new about Melee in the year 2016. Why even make new stuff when you could just watch the old matches, which are exactly the same?
I mean, you got a good point. I mean, I've never watched a Melee match in my whole life.
Like, I saw a good post about this where somebody was talking about how fucking, like, the best players in the Melee scene have already been decided. Like there's already a top 4, and fucking we already know who's gonna come out where on tournament brackets, unless you put them all on the same side of the bracket for some reason. And fucking there's no new people playing because they'd have to get as good as people who have been playing for 16 years to even have a chance at entering, and there's no point to even doing that. So why even fucking bother?
Yeah, the gap has widened to such a point that it's not even possible to get to the other side now.
Yeah, like, that fucking door is closed. Get over it, please, God.
I mean, I've never watched a Melee match in my life, like I've said, but the fact that it's gone on this long is pretty impressive. I think they should, quit while they're ahead.
They were ahead in the year 2012, maybe? They're behind now.
Yeah, they're well over behind. I mean, 10 years... You're right, it has been over 10 years. It's 2001 to 2017. That's, 16 years. They should have quit long ago.
Yeah.
I mean...
Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the unprofessionalism that is Mr. Creepypasta.
Okay, keep going.
Like, if you're gonna actually perform instead of be like, spooky thing, spooky thing again. It's like, put your fucking... Mouth? Yeah. Litterbot and, Raven, Mumblebouth.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't hear a fucking word they were saying, and I was, like, right there. Like, right where the stage is, like, right behind it. And I was like, I can't hear a fucking word they're saying. I'm like, if you're gonna read, don't read like you're mumbling through a fucking script. You know, actually read. Actually put effort into your fucking work instead of, you know, being lazy shits. And apparently last year's Stand Japan, because I wasn't there, didn't have money, a little birdie told me how unprofessional he was and how he thought he was better than some of the people at, what are they called? Team 4-Star. Like, he kind of snubbed their nose at them. Like, okay, these people that have actually put effort into their work versus someone that always floops at a line and repeats that line.
I was gonna say
on several of his videos, not two, not one, several.
Not several, most of his videos.
Most of his videos. Like, if you made a compilation of all the fucking mess ups he made, you know, someone's gonna do that someday. Probably be me. It's gonna be over 2 hours long because of every fucking mess up he's made.
Whoa.
In every fucking video.
It's like one of those DSP tries videos, but it's MCP tries reading.
Would it just be like him breathing in after screwing up? Like 2 hours of him breathing?
Also, I guess I don't want to name names, but that guy who read like 2 of my creepypastas, he can't read either. Like, he constantly mispronounces words, and he like... he uses the same voice while reading every time too, unless he's old, and then he goes like this, and I'm old. But like, it's just so like it's almost hilarious, which is not a good thing when you're supposed to be like listening to a scary story to almost burst out laughing. I can't think of a fucking good example. Like I always hear this shit. I think he constantly pronounces inordinately as inordinately. Yeah.
It could be like because of his certain location and where he is that they pronounce stuff differently over there.
No,
I don't think
he has no excuse.
Botch the word that bad.
I mean, I'm giving him too much credit.
You really are.
Unless his first language was fucking like Gaelic.
Sudanese.
Gaelic. Like, I left that scene because, for me, there was no love for it anymore. Like, I didn't care about it anymore. I was just making those videos because people wanted me to.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of people.
I used to write creepypastas, and I left because, like, one, I realized, like, I wasn't gonna gain any traction at all until I did, which is not a good thing.
You could be like that one person that wrote Candle Cove and got a TV show out of it, but it's produced by Max Landis.
God, if I turn out to be like Chris Straub, just execute me. Fucking, he has a web.
Go to Canada, shoot you.
He has a webcomic that went from fucking poop jokes to political satire. I mean it. He made poop jokes.
I've seen the Chris Straub jokes. They're not really that funny to me.
Yeah, no, he's fucking. Oh God.
So what do you just think of that Candle Cove TV series? I remember you and I think it was Dingo.
Yeah, we watched that whole fucking thing. Dingo thought it was okay. I thought it was terrible.
I thought it was okay, like the pacing for something that small. I thought the pacing was good.
You thought
Everything
the pacing
else
was good.
like,
hold on. You thought the pacing was good in a show that the first episode we learned that the main character killed his brother?
It was the second episode.
Second episode. I think that's
well,
worse.
for something through 6 episodes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
I will give it that. I thought it was gonna last a little bit longer, but
well, it's a miniseries. They're doing another. They're doing
No In House.
Yeah,
this year.
I think that's gonna be worse, if anything.
That's gonna be worse because I read that story. That story's fucking trash. The first one is okay. The second one, which I had to read for a certain someone's channel, was shit.
Remember how Mr. Creepypasta read, like, he wrote the last entry in that series?
Did he?
Yeah,
I thought he didn't.
he did. He totally did. He wrote the last one because the original author wouldn't.
Well, when you see a lost cause, you drop.
You drop it. You fucking drop it. People desperately... And the twist is so stupid, too. It was that the girl was behind it the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I could say this now because I don't know him anymore. Or maybe he actually revealed it. But he used to go as a person called Gold Coin.
Gold coin?
Gold Coin.
Go
as it where?
The Super Mario
or
Brothers forum.
To writing.
He used to write under the name.
He wrote a certain FNAF series for his channel. Wrote that.
He wrote a Five Nights at Freddy. Wait, was this after his channel was big or before?
This was after his channel was big.
So, wait, so he tried to make it seem like it wasn't him reading his own stuff?
Yeah.
But
he went under a surname as fucking Gold Coin because he didn't want anybody to know that he wrote this.
But what's the point? He wrote that fucking shitty Frozen theory thing.
Yeah, he did read. He did write Frozen theory.
Literally every fucking theory shit is just, what if the main character
was dead?
Is in a coma or is dying and this is their last moments as they're interpreted. That's why everything's happy. Nothing's ever happy until you're dead. I hate my life. Yeah.
Ash Ketchum's coma's been going on for a really long time now.
Man, Ash Ketchum. Ash,
the
what?
whole, okay.
How did Ash get a coma from getting hit by a lightning bolt? That either kills you or gives you a heart attack.
Or it gives you some weird ass fucking scar.
Well, that too. Those look cool, but also I imagine are incredibly painful for the rest of your life.
Extremely painful.
Oh yeah.
But wasn't the theory Ash fell off May's bike or Misty's bike and into a...
He hit his head and died.
I think it was something like that, or he died, or...
No, he got into a coma because Pikachu hit him with lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Which happens all the time, right? I mean,
It's something stupid. And it doesn't seem like that would be the result of it, but, it's a fan theory. Anything could happen.
Actually, you know what? I guess this is a good place to talk about the Annie. I was Dude Grips reblogged a post a while ago, and it was about the fucking creepypasta shit. And there's it was top 10 best creepypastas as a joke, and then they were fucking archetypes of creepypastas summed up in joke format. And I always wanted to talk about these because I've seen every single one of these things, and I think I wrote some of them. I don't think I wrote the one that specifically.
Did I ever read your stories? I don't know.
This who?
I don't remember if I did ever do your stories or not.
You didn't do.
I just know that you told me you wrote them.
I wrote.
But I don't think you told me which ones.
No, you didn't. You didn't do any of my stories. I think. Hold on. You know what?
Are we gonna go back time?
Oh God, I gotta know. I gotta know if you did them.
Well, first off, type the stories to me, and I'll tell you if I did or not.
Okay, no, I'll just read them off, and you see if you did them or not. Okay. Okay. Don't laugh at any of the shitty names, because I was 15.
Hold on. Let me get a text document on it.
We all make mistakes at 15.
Okay. Baggy britches.
No.
Okay, Clockwork God.
No.
From a friend.
I'm a friend?
Yeah.
No.
Get up and dance.
No.
Hate, all capital letters.
No.
Racing in the Dark.
I've heard of that one, but no.
Sixth Sense.
I might have read that one.
God, please no. Okay, can you look it up?
I did read a story called Sixth Sense.
Well, that's a generic name, right? It could have been any story.
Yeah, it could have been any story.
Right?
Right.
Right?
Right. Right, Wrought.
Okay.
Keep telling yourself that.
Okay. The act of digging.
No.
The dog man.
No.
The faceless mourner.
No.
The hands in the snow.
Mm-mm.
The man at the fields ritual.
Man, you wrote a lot. No.
The rainmaker.
Rainmaker. No.
Unmarked.
Unmarked. I don't believe so.
Okay, thank God.
I just wrote all of
I
them
think I might
down.
have read Sixth Sense. I
You
might
don't-
have read
don't
Sixth
go look
Sense,
them up.
but
Pat.
there's a lot of stories called Sixth Sense, so it could have been anything.
Right? Right? Okay, but Pat, don't bother looking those up. You won't find anything anywhere.
No.
No.
I deleted them all off the wiki once I,
Ron, please. I don't want to have to lick your sweaty balls to get your stupid creepypastas.
I don't want that either.
No one
Ron,
wants
but you
that.
know I'll do it.
I won't. No. Get away from me.
Ron, I'm thousands of miles away from you.
Go
I've heard of Man in the
further.
Field. I've heard
Yeah.
of Man in the Field and the Rainmaker and
Yeah,
Unmarked,
that's
but I've
because
never read them.
that's because now 3 people have read Man on the Fields. I'm pretty sure.
Every time someone reads your story, you get a little bit more angry.
I also lose 10 years of my life.
I can't believe Rod lost 30 years off his life. Oh no, 40. I
Yeah.
read the whole thing in a Vokaroo once.
But anyway, top 10 best creepypastas. Number 10. I think Mario is fucking my wife. A terrifying creepypasta told in blog format that recounts the tale of a man who believes that Mario is somehow entering our world through an unmarked cartridge that he found at a garage sale. I won't give too many spoilers because the story's twist is absolutely bonkers, but you won't believe what Mario's doing with this guy's wife. It's a truly chilling tale that'll leave you wondering if it's all real. So that one is obviously like
Ben Drowned.
talking about Ben Drowned, yeah. So there are a lot of those though. It's not just Ben Drowned. I mean, there's Ben Drowned sort of inspired a subgenre of
Yeah.
Bad video game
Video
creepypastas.
game.
that, yeah, well, done in blog format specifically, because I can think of off the top of my head, there's, what was that? That one Mario, Blood Whistle. There was Blood Whistle.
Oh god, Blood Whistle.
Hear its cry. But yeah, like that whole shit. There's number 9, Just Like Bart. The lesser-known sequel to Dead Bart finds our protagonist in a bizarre situation. Namely, every character he makes in every video game comes out looking just like Bart. Perhaps that mysterious video he watched was more insidious than he once imagined. The twisted tale follows his descent into madness. It's raw, visceral, and maybe even a little thought-provoking. I love the mention of his descent into madness too, because a lot of these fucking creepypastas, they don't know how to make the fucking antagonist threatening enough, so they just make the main character go crazy.
Yeah, like after seeing what's it called, lost episode of The Simpsons, Funny Bart looks like he's about to die. That's not gonna make anybody like scared or anything, but the guy just decides to go crazy on a completely mutually exclusive note.
Yeah, because nobody wants to go insane, but actually nobody cares whether they watch Just Like Bart. Spacey.exe. Imagine this. You're browsing the net just like you would any other night when you come across a mysterious link. The link leads to a download of an oddly named program, Spacey.exe.
I heard
Anybody-
that.
That was a funny scream.
It was a creepypasta scream. Usually you wouldn't download such an odd program from such an odd link, but you're feeling adventurous. You download the program, boot it up, and his face, hyperlinks to a picture of Kevin Spacey, overtakes your screen. It won't go away. You have to reformat your entire computer, but still his face comes back. It follows you no matter where you go. He won't let you rest. Your soul belongs to him now. God would have mercy when you slowly come to realize that he is God. So that last line is obviously a reference to Sonic.exe, but I kind of think that that's more similar to $1.wave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I fucking... Wasn't, like, the whole thing about that was that it was just a short thing, but somebody expanded it until, it just became stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was
basically.
like the original idea was that like he got a computer from some weird old woman and he took it home and he opened $1.wave and all of his fucking icons and shit turned into dollar signs and then he fucking went to go call somebody to fix his computer the next day and then when he looked at his computer again it was gone and there was a $1 in its place. And then somebody wrote a whole story that was the second half of that about how the old woman was actually a ghost.
Ooh.
It's actually a ghost. Ooh.
Yeah, so there's that shit. You're not scared, but are you? Are you spooked yet? Nothing particularly scary is happening, but what if it was? Nah, everything's normal. But what if it wasn't?
But
No,
what if it
seriously.
wasn't?
You're not scared, but what if you were? Those are all questions raised by the horrifying cerebral pasta in which nothing happens. But then the author ponders, what if something happens? Of course, nothing happens over the course of this story's 140-word arc, but it leaves you wondering, what if a monster popped out or something? That would be spooky, wouldn't it?
That'd be truly spooky.
So
Actually, I do know someone that wrote that. I do know the person that wrote something
like that?
specific story. Yeah.
yeah, because I wrote a story like that, and that's what Sixth Sense is.
I think I could have read that, but I'm not sure because I don't remember any of the fucking stories I wrote. I read.
But like the whole thing about those things are that's just one piece of a campfire story is what they're telling. Like the whole thing about like, oh, the man in the hook and then he comes up and gets you and then you grab some guy's shoulder. It's like that, except instead it would be, what if somebody grabbed your shoulder and then you grab your shoulder?
What if Nosferatu was turning the lights on and off?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. He's like, you caught me.
Suck the blood clot out of that titty like Nosferatu. Tree bark man. Old Native American legends tell of a man who was like no other man. He lived deep in the forest and he was made entirely out of tree bark. No one talked to this man because he was just really unpleasant to talk to. And then he died. That is, he was dead until he came back, more annoying than ever. Tree bark man.
No.
Tree bark man is less of a creepypasta and more of a campfire story, but don't let that keep you from reading this chilling piece of possible fiction. It'll dig straight into your soul and make you shudder at the very thought of ever meeting the eponymous Tree Bark Man.
Spooky.
So, what's the first thing you think of when you hear that?
I think Tree Man was a Mega Man boss.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Log
Yeah.
Man?
A log man? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Log Man, have some freaking leaves and vines. This is Brando and...
Hey, Logman, you ready to play some Undertale or something?
Yeah, I just gotta give this to the Pope first.
Yeah. Alright, what do you think of Josey? Because I know you've probably read 8 stories exactly like that.
It makes me think of like shit like the Slender Man and...
I was gonna say the Skin Changer.
Or Skin... It was either Skin Changer or Skin Taker or something like that.
No, it was Skin Walker.
Skinwalker. Skinwalker.
Skinwalker.
Milkwalker?
Night Stalker. Milkwalker.
That sounds like a Metal Gear enemy.
A weapon to surpass Milkwalker?
Skinwalker.
This awful story is fucking stupid and poorly written, but everybody likes it anyway for some reason. This piece of shit just fails on every level at being a good story, but for some reason we're just spooked by it. We can't name a single good thing about it, however. Seriously, the imagery is cartoonish, it's rife with spelling and grammatical errors. The story itself is incoherent and laughable at best. The villain has a nonsensical catchphrase that he says constantly. Like, it's just the worst story ever, but ask anybody about this piece of garbage and they'll tell you that it terrified them. That's worth something, I guess.
Creepypasta used to terrify me when I was like...
In middle
17.
school?
Yeah, me too. When I was like... 13,
It used to scare
14.
me because I used to get immersed in it, but
Wait, it
Now
scared you when
it's
you were
like-
17?
I'm a big fucking baby. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
I'm terrified of certain things.
Okay, so number 5 immediately comes to mind. First, obviously, Jeff the Killer, then all the Jeff the Killer knockoffs like Tiki Toby, Eyeless Jack, Laughing Jack, the Toy Maker,
Jumping Jacks.
what else? Yeah, Jumping Jacks, Apple Jacks, Applejack for My Little Pony, Jack the Ripper, Jack Off,
Jack Skellington.
Jack In, Jack Skellington, yeah, the little Jack Horner, all those. So this one's kind of obvious, and I think Pat will like this one.
I will.
The Croatian hunger experiment. They were exposed to the Croatian darkness.
Oh no! What if we put that food in
Oh, no.
complete darkness?
Complete darkness.
After reading this eldritch clinical document, you'll be left shaken for days. It describes in excruciating detail what happens when a group of Croatian scientists submit prisoners to a disturbing and unethical experiment. Namely, what happens when humans don't eat for long periods of time. Do they just die, or maybe they turn into superpowered mutant cannibals and kill everyone involved in the experiment, including themselves? I won't tell you. You just have to read it for yourself.
Wasn't that made into a movie, I think?
What, the Russian sleep experiment?
Yeah, it was made into a very shitty movie.
Really? Because I know there was
Yes.
like a Marble Hornets movie, but I don't know that. Hold on.
Yes, it was made into a
Russian
movie.
sleep movie. There. Oh my God! There's a trailer.
I told you that it was made into a...
Oh, it's a short film.
Oh. I think actual Eastern Europeans are scarier than like the Russian sleep experiment and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, duh.
Slavs. What are they called? Slavs?
Yeah, Slavs.
Slavs?
I got a friend. He's Croatian. When I finally did get him into a call, he was wearing a gas mask, and he flips it up, and the first thing he says to me is "meow," which is apparently how cats meow in Croatian.
Also, he pushed a guy down a manhole that one
Okay,
time.
there was that too.
Man,
Also,
what
he
is
sent
with
me a picture of like
Croatians?
his bloody lip, and he was like, "Hey, got into a fight today. Got a battle scar."
Man, Croatians are scary, scary people.
They're hardcore.
The-
I love them.
Yeah, they've been tempered by the Croatian darkness. The Wikipedia page for terrorism. Sometimes the scariest creepypastas aren't the ones with the most twisted monsters. Sometimes the scariest creepypastas are the ones that are real. It's true, terrorism happens every day, and there's no way you can stop it. I could be a terrorist. Note, I am not a terrorist. Please do not put me on any lists or report me to any authorities. Thank you. Your best friend could be a terrorist, and even you could be a terrorist, reader. You won't be able to stop yourself from shuddering as you read this in-depth article on everything about terrorism. You might think you'll be able to keep yourself from getting caught in a terrorist trap after reading all this information on terrorists, but there's no getting away from the terrorist standing behind you right now!
Terrorist spotted.
Door stuck!
Please, homie, please!
Yeah. Man, like, that one, I know that one because people do take, like, real stuff and then they read it as if it were a fictional story to scare people. Not, like, pretending that it's fictional, but they, like, put it on the same, like, level as, like, a horror story, and then the added twist of, it's real! Like, they read
It's real!
Yeah, so they like read some fucked up shit about like a triple murder suicide or whatever, and then they're like, and some say they're ghosts now. Number 2 is my favorite on the list, and it's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
What the hell?
Did you know creepypastas are actually kind of old? That's right, people have been telling creepypasta stories for a very long time, and this one is possibly the oldest creepypastas. Frankenstein is a tale that dates back to at least 1998. It's a twisted story about a mad scientist and his zombie son and their egregiously drawn-out argument. Well, basically. Seriously, this creepypasta is too long to read. I certainly didn't read it. Nobody has time for all of that, but this old piece of shit deserves a place on this list anyway. Yeah, it's so fucked up because this like encapsulated creepypasta perfectly. Like the whole attitude of I know this is good even though I didn't read it because I'm not patient enough.
Yeah.
Like as if you can't like critique something like Frankenstein or anything like that, or Lovecraft or Poe or any of the big horror writers. But like there's that irreverence and there's also that I don't want to read it because it's, you know, I'll read it sometime. I mean, I can't be talking because I can look up on my shelf right now and see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books I haven't read.
Yeah, same with me. I was like, how many books did I not
Oh,
read?
wait.
5?
12, 13, 14. I'm an English major.
You're an English major. You're going to college for this shit, man.
Shut up. I can't read.
You're going on someone else's dollar to read. Now read.
Hey.
Now read, damn it.
Hey, I only became an English major to make lots of money.
Lots of money and get the pretty girls.
I only became a NEET so I could get government chicks.
You don't become a NEET, you're born one.
We're not here, right? We're not born working.
You're literally. Life. This one isn't a creepypasta, but something we all go through every day. Is life not the scariest thing yet? Why are we alive? Who even made us? What happens after there's no more life? Do you want the answers to those questions? Well, too bad. There is no answer. So I posit this. The guy who made life is a really scary man. He's like the devil, but worse. And when you die, he'll be coming to get you too. Oh, you're in for a bad treat. But that can't be true, you say? Well, too bad, buddy. You can't disprove it. The scary man got me, and now he'll get you too. There is no heaven. There is no hell. There's only the scary man, and he's really super angry. You can run as fast as you can, but one day he'll catch up to you and go boo!
Does the scary man give a scary scream?
He does the scary scream.
Hey, Patrick, do the scary scream.
Woo!
Hey, Christopher! Come up here, I need you to scream for me! He'll be here in a minute.
He'll be here in a minute?
Wait, do we have time? Do we have time?
Is he coming?
I don't think he heard me.
Okay, well, no, the I think I know what the scary scream sounds like for you, Pat.
What?
Hey, Patrick! Who's this Billy Harrington I hear you talking about?
Mom, listen. I wasn't jerking off to Billy Harrington or anything. It was funny jokes. Come here. Come give me a hug.
Come and give me a hug.
No, that's the part where you say, "Oh, you smell."
Oh, you smell.
And then they fall on the floor and die.
Yeah, because you're a corpse. That's why you smell. But yeah, the life thing. There's a lot of stuff like that out there where it's like, it points out everyday facts and then like somehow makes it look scary.
Yeah,
like
it makes you paranoid.
Yeah, there was one where
putting
it was
chemicals in the water to turn the frogs gay.
There was one where it was like, hey, do you notice that all the creepypasta monsters are white and they have like they're black around them as well? They're white and black, like Jeff the Killer or the Rake or whatever. And then
it's like some primal thing.
Yeah, it's like some primal
telling you
instinct.
to run.
Well, it's like some primal
It's like
instinct.
some bullshit like that. And
Yeah. And there's the supernatural stuff too, where it's like, well, you know what heaven's like? Heaven's a big dirty sandbox where God's a giant baby and he picks you up off the ground and eats you.
And sticks you in his diaper or something. Or
Yeah, like that. I can remember 2 stories like that. One was about how when you die, you go to a big gray sandstorm, and then you become God, who is a massive, hateful pile of writhing bodies. And the imagery in that story was good. Well, yeah, that was actually I'd call that a decent enough one.
So like what? It's like white noise and like grayscale screen. That's it.
yeah, something to relation of it's primal to feel like fear or something.
Yeah,
And like there's a reason why people, are afraid of certain things like
so
that.
they become armchair psychologists. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish there was like a ritual pasta on this list, like fucking, because those are shit. And I wrote one, so I know.
So you
Wait, which one's the ritual?
You've done the round.
Oh, wait,
well, duh,
Man of
it's
the
called the Man of the
Field.
Fields ritual, and
Duh.
also the other one called Racing in the Dark, because they're very easy to write.
First,
They don't have to be structured in any way. You don't have to write a story. You have to write a fucking recipe. Like.
First, you have to close all the plastic bags to your ingredients so they don't go bad.
Stop! I'll cut your skin off.
Is this Skinwalker?
Skinwalker.
Skinwalker. It sounds like a villain.
Skinwalker.
Almost like.
It sounds like a James Bond movie, actually.
Yeah.
Goldfinger, Skinwalker. Her Majesty's Secret Skin.
Hey Rod, after this, how about I send you the Vokaroo of me reading all of Man in the Field? How
Huh?
about I send you the Vokaroo of me reading Man in the Field?
How about you tell him? How about we go? Got any more dirt on Mr. Creepypasta?
Other than that, he's a fucking asshole.
What about that
No.
stuff about his wife selling?
Oh, Funko Pops,
Cocoa Puffs.
which
Yeah.
is
Yeah, she like puts dirt on Funko Pops and then sells them for like $100.
she fucking sharpies them, makes them look like they're from. What are those Telltale games?
Walking Dead.
The Walking
Like
Dead.
Walking Dead and like
Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us.
Wolfenstein.
Which she just puts a Sharpie and just outlines the shit. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
You're reselling them for twice that amount?
I remember there was one where she put dirt on it too.
I put tribal tattoos
Oh.
on my Funko Pop and sold it for twice the price.
And those go for like on her store. They go for like, I think one of them was almost like 100 or something.
Yeah.
Fraps crashed, so I kind of lost this in-between footage, but it's just Wrought saying, why don't I delete more things? And then we get into a fight. That's about it.
Delete the earliest one in case you want to make some funny sound bites out of the last one.
Right.
No, I'm keeping the last one because you said keck.
I think you should delete the last one because in case you want to make some funny sound bites of the earliest one. In case it doesn't look funny in that one.
I think
Unlike-
I'm going to keep the last one because you said cuck in that one too.
How many times have you been saying cuck, man?
I only have one instance of him saying that, but keck, I've got like 4.
You. That's because every time I say I don't say keck often.
You said it again, I got 5 now!
See?
I also
Hey,
have one of you
Patrick.
saying the N-word from this podcast now.
Oh,
Keck, cuck, nigga. Make that the intro.
Okay. I thought you didn't want everybody to know that you said those words, but alright.
Yeah, no, maybe I'll own it, huh? Maybe I'll own it so that you can't have anything on me.
If you own it, I'll own
no
it too.
blackmail this time.
I'll be co-heir to this throne, Rod, any day.
Well,
are you
Did I tell you about the Kickstarter?
Oh, I remember a
Should
little
I
bit
should
about
I
it.
reveal this information?
Go for it.
Because I'm gonna
You're gonna get.
that I got this from a reliable source.
Alright.
I'm not gonna say who the source is because I don't want to get him in trouble. So Mr. Creepypasta does his little Kickstarter for a book that he paid people. He paid people to like put stories in there.
Uh-huh.
Like he paid a certain friend of mine
Like he
to
bought.
put their
He bought.
story in there.
Did he buy the stories or?
He bought the stories.
Hmm.
And he's reselling them as his own.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much he's selling the book for. I think it's like $15, maybe more.
Yeah.
And that whole little Kickstarter, because he was supposed to do a comic too. The comic has probably not been made, and the backers are still waiting. Let's see, they got almost 20,000 or 200,000, 20,000 or 200,000. I know there was a 2. I know there was a lot of fucking money. From what I've heard from the source, he used the money for a vacation to Las Vegas.
Whoops.
The man, the thing you have to know about the man, he has a severe gambling issue.
Yeah.
Like I remember every time some friends would go along with him, and they would go to like the casino that's like, I think around like the border of Mexico or something like that, and they would fucking play the slots and shit. Same thing with Las Vegas. They would go to Las Vegas and play the slots there. There's also, I think he also took some of that money as well, and him and his little wife, little wifey wife, went on a Disney vacation.
Yeah.
You got
Not
to be goofy.
Disneyland, not the shitty little Disneyland in California, Disney World.
Please
Red
pay
flag.
my Patreon money.
I can't
Like-
make these videos without my frequent trips to Disney World.
Oh, man.
You never know when I
Anyway,
might see something scary on the way, like the long lines or the prices.
Mickey Mouse.
or Mickey Mouse. Hey,
Wait,
guys.
wasn't there a
remember
Mickey Mouse
fucking-
creepypasta? Like, dead
Oh.
mouse?
What do you mean, A?
No. I know what you're talking about.
How can you? There were so many Disney creepypastas.
What was that? Something Zero?
Room Zero? Something like that? Yeah,
I
Room
think
Zero.
so.
Yeah,
It was
that-
like,
There's a sequel to Abandoned by Disney.
yeah,
Oh,
Abandoned by
yeah,
Disney.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, where photo negative Mickey Mouse comes out and takes his head off and it's full of gunk.
Yeah.
Ooh, gamer
and,
gunk.
Abandoned by Disney, abandoned by God.
Abandoned by gunk.
Abandoned by gunk.
Like, I can understand. That's another reason why I kind of quit doing creepypastas, because I didn't want that whole person that wrote that story, coming after me. Or
Oh yeah, that guy, he fucking comes after everybody. Is that Slime
Beast,
Beast? Yeah,
Slime
yeah.
Tony.
Slime Tony, yeah.
No, Slime Tony and Slime Beast, same difference.
I keep getting Slime Beast and Bog Leech mixed up.
Bogleach.
Well,
'Cause they're
basically
both
the
little
same
bitches.
person. Isn't Bog Leech another person that wrote a creepypasta?
Wait, Bogleach is a person?
No, he's just
Apparently they wrote The Day of All the Blood, which is a joke creepypasta.
let's see. Creepy on Bog Leech. Horror fiction archive.
I told you he fucking wrote it.
Oh my god, he has them sorted by years and everything.
Well, at least he's organized.
Yeah.
I took him to the
If
bar.
I
Oh,
will
they're-
give him that.
Their user submitted. Ghastly Macaroni, Nausea Quest, and Don't Get Spooked.
Ooh.
That's what he wrote, and I guess these are all joke ones. And then he
Yeah.
has people.
Most
yeah.
of the joke ones.
Then he has people. Then he has people submit him good ones. Well, I mean honest ones. Well,
It's like the sixpence thing where people submit their stories and nobody sources them.
yeah. It's
I
like
always
how,
wonder what's
like
that
how
whole
there's-
deal with sixpence.
it's like how there's. Oh no, my girlfriend's hanging out with her male feminist cousin again.
That's so
But anyway, it's
I thought you were gonna
It's-
say mailman. It's gonna be like shooting the breeze with the mailman. I love that.
shooting
No,
the
I
reason.
thought it was the milkman.
Are you saying
The
Rod's gonna
milkman.
get?
The milkman's making his final delivery.
I can't believe Rod's gonna kill the milkman.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I
Did
knew
not
it.
see this coming.
I knew it. I was wrong about absolutely everything.
Bernie?
No, the milkman.
Oh.
Shit, what's his name from Psychonauts? Shit, it was Bird.
Bernie?
Bird. Boyd.
Here's
Boy,
how
that's
Bernie Sanders can still win.
Here's how that will still be funny in the year 2037
That will be funny, like,
when I'm dead. I want Pat to come.
if Trump gets an 8-year term,
God forbid.
that will still be
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
funny.
That'll be the only thing we have to laugh about as
Yeah.
we huddle at our trash fires with our sniper rifles and gas masks
Right?
under the
Oh,
under the shadow of the wall.
Do you think?
Built so high it casts all of Mexico in shadow.
I mean, it depends
Some
on what
I
time of
see
the
the
day it
cloud.
is.
It is coming. I see the cloud.
Some great dark nuclear winter.
So
Like-
fucking
When you're sitting on your deathbed, do you want me to show you the video? Here's how Bernie can still win.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I want you to come up. I want you to come up to me on my deathbed and whisper into my ear, "Here's how Bernie Sanders can still win," and then I will die laughing.
Yeah.
No, you want me to play the whole video for you?
There's a video. Oh, you breaking down the barriers?
Breaking down those barriers.
Yeah, that one. I want you to come and recite it for me live.
No, it's gonna be an empty room. I'm gonna be the only one in there. Your friends and family are gonna be nowhere to be seen. I'm gonna come in.
We're gonna be fucking dead.
Yeah, they're all gonna be dead. I'm gonna put a wooden chair next to your bed. I'm gonna sit in it. I'm gonna whisper in your ear. We need a strong man who can lead this country, and his name is Bernard Sanders.
We do need a strong man.
Unlike Donald Trump.
Oh, fucking...
I was having sex with my girlfriend and I found out her hymen was still intact. So I had to call my good friend, Tyroyle Smoochie Wallace, to come penetrate her first. Because I don't want any of that icky hymen on me.
You know what? I think I'm ready. Do you want to talk about JonTron?
Oh my God.
We've been talking about him. We talked about him like 5 times.
Talk about JonTron right now.
Okay, I'll listen. I love his videos. I think he's a real funny guy. I wish he would shut up.
That's
I
a
think
lot of people that I think about.
I think that's what I was going through last year, where because I was a broken man, I was punished Pat. I for some reason felt the need to start talking about politics because I hated myself and I only wanted to feel hurt more after I was hurt the most I could be hurt.
I was also like that in the same time period as you.
Which is why we...
I remember us bonding over Common Filth videos.
Yeah. And then one time, and then once we just stopped watching them and we're like, wow, he's really cynical. This is not good.
Yeah.
I watched one of his podcasts and it was garbage. I mean, we talked about this last time. He's just so...
It's just a sad man reading his email alone in his house.
Listen.
It's like if you could listen to pee-stained pants, that's what the podcast would sound like.
You saw a black man on the train on your way to work? That's a real shame. Next email.
This wouldn't happen in my generation.
This wouldn't happen in my America.
There were black people playing loud music in the car in front of you on the highway? I would have rammed into the back of their car if I was you. Next email. And it just keeps going for a whole hour.
Yeah.
It just gets more and more depressing as you read it.
I think the way that you can tell whether these people are crazy or not is if they start talking about whether there's anybody virtuous left to marry.
Do you think that there are any white women in wheat fields that I could marry?
Deus Walt.
Churning their butter.
Hey, I'd churn her Aryan butter.
Do you think she wears pretty dresses?
Do you think she sings about how the hills are alive with the sound of music?
Do you think that she'd have sex with a black man? I'm just asking.
No.
Once he came under fire from like Pole or something, I remember, because he said, I think I would rather my daughter marry a black Christian than an atheist, leftist, white man. And that really riled people up for some reason.
That really riled Pole up for a whole couple hours.
Gee, I wonder why that would rile people up.
Oh, also, I think I wanted to talk about the cinematic parallels between bronies and the alt-right.
All right, that's the end of the podcast this week. Tune in next week while I'll be giving you my lowdown on Epic Meal Time because I didn't actually watch all of it.
We're done.
Because I didn't actually watch all of it. I'll let Pat say his piece.
Rod, that was the whole joke. That was it. When I sent it to you over Discord, I said, yeah, this is what I'm going to talk about. That was the joke. I don't know anything about that.
You didn't have anything else to say?
No, I just said, I'm going to talk about the cinematic parallels between bronies and the alt-right, and you were like, this podcast is doomed.
This podcast is done. We're done. We're done. In the cut to commercial. Cut to commercial.
And then
Please, Grinch.
I overextended and overcommitted, and Rob was like, Pat, you're the brains of this podcast. I finally got him to admit it. He said, I'm the good looks. And then I posted the picture.
Does he really say, Pat, you're the brains of this podcast?
Yeah. And he was dead serious.
When he's around, but...
Yeah, he was dead serious. And then he said, but I'm the good looks of the podcast. Did he look into
your eyes and tell you that he loved you?
Yeah, and then we kissed. And they said, but
I wasn't looking into your eyes.
Rod, let me finish. Then he said, I'm the good looks of the podcast. Then I posted the picture of me wearing the fake mustache and the leather jacket. I'm the good looks of the podcast. He said, then he's the muscle of the podcast. I posted the picture of me flexing. I'm the muscle of the podcast. He tells me he's 6'5". He drove a stake right into my heart.
I'm 6'4". I forgot.
You're 6'4"?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
4'9".
God.
What do you mean, thank God?
Now I only need to pass you up by 5 inches, not 6.
That's not gonna happen.
Rod, if I sleep and I eat salad, if I eat a head of iceberg lettuce a day, I'll probably grow like 5 inches.
Is that why your brother was doing it, so he could gain some height on you?
Yeah, he's like 6'2" and I'm 6.
Okay, so maybe you do need to eating lettuce. Yeah, good fucking sense, you fucking English major. Alright, anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know.
We were talking about Colin Filth.
Yeah, we were talking about...
JonTron.
Yeah, JonTron. We were talking about, like, political views getting in the ways of
the
fun
internet,
stuff.
the YouTubes.
I really wish you would shut up. I really do.
He's one of those people that says too much.
He is.
He overshares.
He overshares.
He overshares. Nobody asked.
He probably would say, I have a dead body in the back of my trunk.
Yeah, it's like, who asked JonTron? And, like, he fucking... I started sweating when he did a Breitbart interview, and then I started sweating heavily when he went on a Twitter tirade, and then I drowned when he went on a stream with Sargon of Akkad and talked about how he was anti-abortion and thought Trump was a good president.
Wait, he did?
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
whoa.
That's been all over my fucking dash as well.
Whoa, wait,
I
what?
already said
Yeah, someone was like complaining because he was anti-abortion like Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm in sync with JonTron. All right, good. Me and JonTron. You know, now that I know JonTron, I don't mind if he overshares now because we share the same views. Wow.
My only question is, why did he let a black guy be in his videos? I want to go on poll, and I want to see people talking about how JonTron is the only uncucked YouTuber. Gee. Well, we're getting on a little long. We actually have too much content this podcast.
No, it's fine. I didn't record the first 40 minutes. You were supposed to be recording, Rod.
No,
it was your turn to record.
I never recorded. Also, you didn't tell me. No, he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me.
At every single podcast, after the podcast is done, I'll either tell Rod I wasn't recording the whole time, or Rod, did you get all the footage?
God damn it, Pat!
Did you get all the footage, Rod? I wasn't recording. It was your turn. I'll do that every single time. Every single time he gets angry with me. It is great.
I don't fall for it.
My anti-SJW days are way behind me.
Are you sure? Because you and Manfred.
Are you sure? Because of some of the friends I have.
Yeah.
Rod, you hang out with Wire and Grimm.
I don't hang out with Wire and Grimm.
Rod, why aren't you hanging out with Wire and Grimm? Do you not like your friends?
The only one that I do hang out with that is kind of like that is someone you know as well.
Hey, this is Pepe. He's kind of become a symbol of the...
See? You talked about him, and now bad shit's happening.
It's like Candlejack. If you say Pepe, he's kind of become a symbol of...
He just kind of manifests into your house.
That one guy who's like... Apparently is actually a literal shit-eating cuck. And he punched him in the face.
I've seen that around. I don't know if it's fake or not.
Yeah, me neither. It could be, but...
Like, I can't tell these days, and I get scared.
I think the funniest thing about that whole thing is how there were people complaining that, like, oh, these anti-fascist people are pretending they punched him. Well, punch didn't even knock him off his feet, and he was fine. It didn't even hurt him real bad. It's fine. He's fine. You didn't win.
Was it a battle to begin with?
Yeah, it was 1 in 1 punch.
Dead in 1 punch. I can't believe it.
Richard Spencer and his stupid fucking pin and his stupid fucking Macklemore
He
haircut.
really deserved to get punched after he said, "Yeah, this is Pepe."
Comedic timing that right before he said Pepe, he got punched in the face.
Like he was gonna explain what Pepe was, and I was like, "Please, this is awful." And then somebody punches and I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I didn't want to watch that."
Thank God, there is a God out there.
It felt like a sweet
Divine intervention.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's round this episode off. I've been Wrought. Pat's been himself as usual.
Yeah.
I'll keep telling him to come as somebody else.
You keep telling me to what?
And I've been the Josie, I guess.
Oh God! Somebody reblogged for me. JonTron is a legend, and I'm proud of the current stances he took shown on Sargon Akkad's live stream with him. And then I look at his URL and it's spelled wrong.
What? It's Underfell?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I think we have too many followers in common.
Under 2. Oh God.
Hey, Ron, I want to end the podcast off on something.
Okay.
I bought this
Okay,
copy of
anybody-
Undertale, but it wasn't spelled right. It was Underfell. So I put the disc in my computer, and suddenly Homer Simpson wearing Marge's dress pops up, and he says, "Hey Marge, look at this human child. She's yellow, like us."
Thank you for having me on the podcast.
I told you not to read my fucking creepypastas on the podcast, Pat.
Come on, say the next line,
That's
Ron.
it for today, folks. Let's wrap it up.
It's over. I stopped recording. To make up for before, I got some cool stuff. From before Rod even knew I was recording. It's really good. He's talking about his roommate and how much he hates him.
He's from like gentrified New York as well.
Oh.
Not like the nicest neighborhood, but like the second nicest neighborhood or whatever.
Oh, the second nicest neighborhood.
Yeah, he's saying to me as it's not like I've never had to run for my life, but I had to run for my life once.
I saw a black person on the street and I skedaddled.
I'd better skedaddle dee out of here.
Hanna-Barbera
I made the funny Flintstones run.
Yabba dabba, don't hurt me.
I don't think gentrification is a problem over here.
What?
At least not
Texas?
over here. I think maybe in Austin, where they're gentrifying like Hispanic areas, because apparently there was this cat cafe that they had to tear down this old shitty piñata shop that was family owned, and a bunch of the neighbors around there were protesting, bring back our piñata shop. And they were like posting like dead cats and shit and threatening like to kill the cats.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah. It's like you're not really
Helping the situation.
Yeah. It's like I'm not really feeling sorry for you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some gentrification. I mean, I wouldn't even really consider it that. All of these small home-owned businesses in this lot went out of business. So, a Whole Foods moves in. Now, there's this black guy who lives down the street. Probably
Does
one
he
of the
live in the
nicest...
Whole Foods?
No, he doesn't live in the Whole Foods. He fishes off the side of the bridge that's in the area, and he waves at everybody that drives by. He's probably the nicest guy you'd ever meet. But one day I just saw him standing outside of the Whole Foods with a sign that says, "Whole Foods sucks." That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Whole Foods sucks.
Because I think he used to own the one of the businesses there. There was there was something there.
I think that would do it.
I think he owned like a bagel shop or something. Because like a bagel shop took over where he was, and it's like some big brand business like Manhattan Bagel.
He's the wacky bagel guy from iCarly.
Yeah, he's the wacky bagel on a stick guy from iCarly. He's really pissed.
Yeah.
He took a stick and he put a sign that says "You suck" on it. He tatted it around for a while.
He had 7 signs on that stick.
Yeah.
Alright, you ready to start yet, do you think?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm ready. Yeah.
You're not ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, you're ready. Give us an iCarly 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Pat.
We are rolling.
We're
Huh?
We're rolling.
You didn't
rolling right now.
I told you to give me a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just let me
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You let me
I
look
gave
like
you the
an
funny
asshole.
scream. Isn't that enough? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Scream now! Scream! Come back!